Well, it is time now. We have joining us on the line, no doubt, one of my all-time favorites from television, Mr. Troy Landry from Swamp People. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. Shoot 'em.
You wanted to go ahead and get that out of the way?
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Get that out the way quick.
I saw some video. I've been looking up different things today, and I had to believe. I said, I know you seem to genuinely enjoy what you do, and I've talked to people who have met you, and boy, I tell you what, people have always shared with me what a great guy you are. But I can imagine at some point, at some part of the day, that probably gets a little bit tiresome, doesn't it?
Well, it's all good. The only thing it makes it now we're so popular that people come from all over the country, and now there's even all over the world looking for us. And people travel from a long, long ways to come find me and my boys. And you got to take a little time to visit with them when they get there, and it's hard to get work done because there's people there all the time.
We were.
It makes it very hard to get work done at home. When we got a lot of work to do all the time.
Speaking of work to do at home, I understand that people have shared with me that you are the largest distributor of crawfish in the country. Is that true?
I don't know if I'm exactly the largest, but pretty close. We're probably in the top 3 or 4 at the whole country.
Well, I got it.
And it takes a lot to keep all that going. And I had a full plate. I had a full schedule before Swamp People, and now it's overwhelmed.
Well, if you would share with me how it actually began. Who did someone approach you or approach a group of you there to create Swamp People? How did it exactly start? Yeah,
it all started. History Channel came down, and they wanted to make. At first, it was going to be a documentary about alligators and people that hunt alligators, and they found us and. When they went back, they filmed us, and when they went back to New York to put that footage to make that documentary, they changed their mind. They called us up, and they came back, and instead of making a documentary, they made like a mini-series or reality show, whatever you want to call it. But they were going to make a 1 3-hour documentary, and then it all changed. They made 10 1-hour episodes instead.
Joining us on the line from Nashville, Tennessee, CMA Fan Fest, is the one and only Troy Landry from Swamp People. I understand, too, that you guys are working real closely with Bad Boy Buggies. Tell us about those if you can.
Yeah, that's where we at today. We're going to be here all weekend. Well, at least till Saturday afternoon we're going to be here. We at the Bad Boy Buggies booth. I think, if I'm not mistaken, we're on Broadway between 3rd and 4th Avenue, if I'm not mistaken. And we want to encourage the public to come out and visit with me and my boys and shake hands, and we're going to have to be signing autographs. They can come look at some old swamp rats from the swamp over here.
We were down in Montgomery, Alabama, end of last summer, early fall, I think it was, and they were having the hunting expo, and y'all were there. And my boys and I, we don't miss an episode. If we can catch it, and we watch it over and over and over again. We love the show. And we didn't realize, we just went down to Montgomery as sort of a weekend getaway, stayed at the Renaissance, and I have twin boys, and they pulled the curtains back that morning, and out on the street for blocks were people lined up waiting to get in. It wasn't until that night that we realized you were there, and it was very upsetting to us because we would have certainly stood in line with them to meet you guys. And the coolest thing of all, I can't tell you how many people told me after we found out, they said that you stayed to the last, people were there, and that you were so accommodating to everybody who came through the line. And I think that what we all love about the show is, and you have certainly, you're our favorite, and my boys, is the fact that we look at you as being real. We look at it as what you see on TV is what is real with you.
Oh, yeah. What you see is what you get. And what's sad is when we go somewhere, there's so many people that show up. We'd like to visit and talk with them a little bit, but there's so many people that show up, we have to kind of rush. We shake hands and take a quick picture, and we got to move to the next person because sometimes people got to stay in line for 3 or 4 hours, and especially in the summer when it's hot, it makes it bad for the little kids,
No doubt.
We were was at St. Jude's. We volunteered. We went to Memphis 2 weeks ago. They had a big fundraiser for St. Jude's, and they had a line it took people about 2 to 3 hours to see us, and they had two or three little kids that was just about passed out, and the heat. It was so bad. It gets so hot, So we try to rush as much as we can, but unfortunately, the people still have to wait 2 or 3 hours in line sometimes,
Did you ever imagine when this all started that you and the characters and the people on Swamp People would turn into such celebrities?
No, never in a million years. We would have never dreamed it would have got as popular as it did. I mean, you could have never imagined that. And it's way more than we can imagine. The History Channel claims that in other countries, it's just as popular as over here, and in some countries might be even more popular. I mean, that's hard to believe.
Do they this is sort of an odd question perhaps, but if it's shown in other countries, do they have translators, or do they have people like those Japanese movies from back in the day?
They got it in Japan. I talked to a Japanese guy a while back, and he was freaking out. He said his family loves it over there.
Man.
But I don't know if they got the subtitles in Japanese or how they do it, but they said they love it.
We were so saddened, terribly saddened to hear about the passing of your friend Mitchell from the show.
Yeah. We're going to miss him. Mitchell was a real nice guy. Him and his brother Glenn's going to be lost without us.
Now, were they twins?
No, they're not twins. They were 5 years apart. They got a sister that's in between them. They were 5 years apart. Mitchell was the youngest one. The day they buried him, he made 48 years old on the day they buried him. And they have a sister that's right in the middle of the two brothers.
Well, it was terribly sad to hear about that. They were, I joke with my boys about their names are Caden and Brody, and when they were on the show, I'd say, there y'all are, and we had a good time with it. But it's I know that he's going to be missed. Let me ask you.
Oh yeah.
You what's your favorite way to cook or prepare gator?
I love gator. There's 4 or 5 different ways you can fix it. You can cook it in with a little bit of olive oil. You can grill it. You can deep fry it. My wife put the ribs on the pig. I love the ribs. You can make the legs. The legs are all red meat. You can make like a gravy or a stew, a sauce piquant with the legs. There's 4 or 5 different ways, and if you prepare it right, any way you fix it is real good. Alligator meat, if it's prepared right and took care of, it very, very good.
Troy Landry, who is just an incredible person to accommodate so many people as you do, is our guest here. And I know we won't hold you very long because I know you've got so many things going on. I noticed on your Facebook page, it was well over 100,000 friends on Facebook, and I saw some posts. Do you actually post? Do you actually do that yourself as far as Facebook?
My wife and my boys do it mostly for me. I read over it. I look at it a lot of times. We sit up at night for a couple of hours looking at it, going over everything, the wife and I. But I don't really have time to sit down and mess with it too much, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I can imagine. Now, I've been so excited about having the opportunity to interview you, and we got our times crossed a little bit. Some of the people we were communicating with, trying to line it up, and we're on Eastern time, and y'all are over there on Central time. And some of the guys here at the studio were joking because they know when my show ends at 10 o'clock in the morning, I jet. They better not be in front of the door. And so they've been interested to see me waiting, because I said I wouldn't wait an hour and a half for the governor, but I said I'll wait as long as it takes for Troy.
You'd be surprised how many people tell me that all the time.
I know it's quite an honor to you. How do you you've met, I would imagine now, my goodness, all kinds of celebrities. Has there been a celebrity that you can think of that stands out to you when you were a little bit giddy about meeting that person?
I don't know, not really. No, I'm looking forward to meeting Hank Jr. I had never met him, and he wants to come catch an alligator with us this year and bring his daughter. So I'm looking forward to meet him. I've never met him in person yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
Do you know Tommy Wilcox?
Yeah, I know Tommy real well.
Okay.
Tommy's the one that hooked us up.
I'm a huge Alabama fan, and of course, been going to Bama games all my life. And I watched his show, and Hank Jr.'s on there a lot. And of course, with Tommy being from Louisiana, is he from, I think, Slidell?
I believe so. Yep.
That I figured you probably did know him. My boys wanted me to ask you, and I have to think that I know the answer. I would imagine you are a big LSU fan, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah. What you think?
No doubt about it. Well,
Definitely.
What about how many people? I would imagine you get inundated, and you get all the time. People are asking you to endorse this product or another. How many endorsement deals do you have? If you can share that with us.
We most probably done, I'd say 7 or 8, maybe 8 or 9 at the most right now. But we're working on a couple of others, and we just signed. My boy and I just signed a 2-year contract with Federal Ammunition. We're working on a couple of other things. Swamp People has opened a lot of doors for my boys and I. It's given us a lot of opportunities that we would have never had without the show.
One of my listeners, I asked him to ask a few questions. I promise I'll try to hurry because I know you're really busy. But he's about to get an opportunity to hunt alligators in Eufaula, Alabama, and he wanted me to ask you any pointers on locating that big gator, what he should look for.
Tell him. The deeper the water, the bigger the gator you're going to catch. You got to fish where they got deep water to catch big alligators. They don't like shallow places. And the dirtiest place you can find along the bank, if they got 3 or 4 knocked down trees that's blown over, that look like a jungle, that's where they hide during the day. They'll get under that and poke their head up, and you can pass right by them in the bayou and you'll never see them. The dirtiest places out there is the best place for the big ones. And deep water, they like deep water.
All right, and lastly, Troy, I sort of missed you with Elizabeth this season, and I know you're probably already looking ahead to season 4. Without giving away any secrets, got some exciting things coming up, or can you share anything about the upcoming season?
Well, we really and truly, I haven't even talked to the production company yet about season 4. I'm sure it's going to be good. We're going to do our normal thing. We're going to go out there and hustle and try to fill as many tags as we can. Last year we had 530 of them we filled in the month of September. And I think season 4 we're going to fill at least that many, and hopefully we'll catch a few more big ones.
Troy, thank you so much for sharing time with us. And, I have to
right.
I know you started the show, or started our discussion with your trademark, but I got to ask you one more time to do it for me.
Yeah, y'all come down and visit us. Don't forget, we're at Bad Boy Burgers on Broadway between 3rd and 4th Avenue. Y'all come visit us, and we're going to shake hands and shoot them. Shoot them while y'all come.
Hey, Troy, one thing the people at the station asked me to, if you would please do one more thing for us and say, it's the bull, baby, and shoot them.
It's what now?
It's the bull. We're 100.9, the bull. And
the bull, 100.9. All right, it's the bull, 100.9. Shoot them on the bull. Shoot the bull.
Shoot the bull. Don't shoot the bull. You shoot everything else that moves. Troy, thank you so much. Have a great day, and we look forward to watching you.
Okay, man. Y'all take care.